Bloody Mary. Mary Tudor, the unyielding queen, and her religious revolution. Mary I was the first queen to rule England as the primary monarchy. These individuals, largely Protestants, became a symbols of religious persecution and contributed to the Protestant movement in England. Our discussion will be informed by the key sources including the Oxford Martyrs and the English Protestant movement in 1553 and 1558. Chapter 6 of Bloody Mary, the life of the reign of Mary I, and the Fox Books of Martyrs. Her reign was marked by a fervent attempt to restore Catholicism after her father Henry VIII and her brother Edward, and then he established Protestantism. Mary Tudor, also known as Queen Mary I, was the first queen to rule England in her own right. She was a significant figure in English history and became history because of her role in restoring Roman Catholicism to England. Let's do a background check. Mary Tudor, a religious and her religious policies. Mary Tudor climbed to the English throne in 1553 after the death of her brother her Protestant half-brother Edward. As the daughter of Catherine of Aragon, she was a devoted Catholic and determined to reverse the Protestant Reformation initiated by her father Henry VIII and then later advanced by her brother Edward. Her reign was marked by a series of religious persecutions aimed at eradicating Protestantism and restoring Catholic dominancy in England. Mary was a strong Catholic who used her powers to restore Catholicism in England. She issued a proclamation that she would not force subjects to follow Catholicism, but she quickly imprisoned many Protestant churchmen. Mary's reign was devised and left a lasting impact on the country's religious landscape. She died later in 1553, possibly from cancer, and left the crown to her half-sister Elizabeth. Let's talk about some engaging facts. Marian persecutions. Under Mary's rule, nearly 300 Protestants were burned at the stake for heresy, and this earned her nickname Bloody Mary. Notable victims include Bishop Hugh Latimer and Nicholas Ridley, as well as Archbishop Thomas Cranmer. Then she married Philip II of Spain in 1554. When she married Philip II of Spain, she was trying to strengthen the ties with Catholic Spain. However, the marriage was unpopular in England, and many feared increased Spanish influence over English affairs. Restoration of papal authority. Mary worked to restore England's ties with the Catholic Church and the Pope. She repealed Protestant reforms and reinstated Catholic practices such as the Latin Mass. According to Chapter 6 of Bloody Mary, the life and the reign of Mary I, her policies included repealing Protestant reforms and reinstating papal authority. However, her most infamous legacy was the execution of over 280 Protestant dissenters, and this event led to her nickname, Bloody Mary. The Oxford Martyrs. Among the most famous victims of Mary's reign were the Oxford Martyrs Hugh Latimer, Nicholas Ridley, and Thomas Cranmer. These three men were prominent Protestants, and they were legends, basically, who played a key role in English Reformation. As detailed in Oxford Martyrs, an English Protestant movement in 1553 through 1558, Latimer and Ridley were executed in October 1555. Their trial was held at Oxford, and as was a foregone conclusion, as they refused to recant their beliefs. Latimer's famous last words to Ridley were, "Be of good comfort, Master Ridley, and play the man. We shall this day light such a candle by God's grace in England as I trust shall never be put out," became a rallying cry for Protestants. Thomas Cranmer, former Bishop of Canterbury, faced a similar fate. Initially, he signed recantations under the pressure, but later publicly renounced them. In March 1556, he was burned at the stake, reportedly placing his right hand into the flames first as punishment for signing the recantation. Fox's Book of Martyrs and Oxford Martyrs. She issued a proclamation that she would not force subjects to follow Catholicism, but she quickly imprisoned many Protestant churchmen. She had people quickly executed for practicing Protestantism, including Bishop Nicholas Ridley and Bobby Q. Lemon. It's funny because she said she wouldn't force them, but she's trying to force them by punishing people for it. One such martyr was John Rogers, the first Protestant executed under Mary's reign. As a Bible translator and a preacher, he refused to renounce his belief. In February 1555, he was burnt at Smithfield, reportedly with his wife and 10 children watching. Other notable victims include Roland Taylor, Bunda Hadley, and John Hopper, and the Bishop of Gloucester, who earned a particularly prolonged enigma as an execution. These executions were not limited to clergy, and many common men and women also faced death for their faith. Alice Driver and Cotton, for instance, were burned in Ipswich for expressing their Protestant beliefs. The impact of Mary's persecution. Marian persecution failed in their ultimate goal. Instead of extinguishing Protestantism, it strengthened it. Many Protestants fled to Europe, where they redefined their theological positions and returned under Elizabeth's first reign and renewed their determination. Mary's death led to a change in England's religious landscape. Mary is buried in Westminster Abbey, where she eventually shared a tomb with Elizabeth. The inscription on their tomb was written by James I, who succeeded Elizabeth. As Oxford Martyrs in the English Protestant movement 1553 and 1558 explains, Fox's accounts of the martyrs became central to English Protestants' identity. His work, published during Elizabeth's first reign, reinforced anti-Catholic sentiments and justified the Protestant establishment. Queen Mary's first reign ended with her death on November 17, 1558, at St. James's Palace in London. She was 42 years old. Her half-sister Elizabeth became the queen after her death and got the name Virgin Queen. Mary's reign became a cautionary tale that influenced English religious policies for generations. Her actions ensured that Catholicism would never regain dominance in England, as her successor Elizabeth I firmly re-established Protestantism. Interesting and insightful facts. Phantom pregnancies. Mary experienced at least 2 false pregnancies, likely due to medical conditions like psoriasis or ovaries. These episodes were deeply distressing, especially as producing a Catholic heir was crucial to her religious and political goals. And then again, her fact that she just married Philip for all political reasons is kind of funny. But that's really why it implies to a lot that because that's why she married him. Rebellion and reprisals. Her marriage to Philip sparked Wyatt's Rebellion in 1554, a Protestant-led uprising aiming to prevent the Catholic concession the power of Catholics. The rebellion failure led to harsh reprisals, including the execution of key figures and the imprisonment of her half-sister Elizabeth. The reign of Mary I was marked by religious upheaval and brutal prosecutions. While her intent was to restore Catholicism, her methods only solidified Protestantism and resolved shaped England's religious future. The marches of her reign, as documented in Fox's Marcher and the Oxford Marchers and the English Protestant movement in 1553 and 1558, became enduring symbols of faith and resistance. Her policies include the Marian persecutions that saw hundreds burned at the stake for heresy, deepening divisions between Catholics and Protestants, reinforcing Protestants' fear of papal tyranny. Ultimately, Mary's reign not only failed to secure lasting Catholic dominance, but also paved the way for the Protestant conversions under her successor Elizabeth I, whose religious sentiment defined England for generations. Mary Tudor's reign left a lasting impact on England's religious landscape. While she sought to restore Catholicism, her harsh persecutions only deepened divisions and ultimately paved the way for England's Protestant future under Elizabeth I. Though often remembered as Bloody Mary, her reign was more complex than just religious persecution. Mary was a determined ruler facing immense challenges, and her policies, while severe, were rooted in deep personal conviction rather than cruelty. She would have been a great ruler if she just pushed her certain beliefs aside. These are my sources. Thank you for your attention.